Hey everybody, welcome back to the Reaver Report. I'm Zach, and on today's film, we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. When I'm at work or doing something like driving down the road, I like to listen to podcasts. So we had a chance at camp to, I don't know, I felt it was a good time to get the camera out and kind of film this conversation, document it. We just got back. This is the same day I caught my big fish, so we're all jacked up on that. Just got done cleaning the fish, and now we decided to load up the rack over the fire and cook some of these brook trout for dinner. So everybody got the chance to sit down, crack a few brews, and kind of hash things out, how the trip's been going so far, some highlights. Tactics and stuff that we were using to present our baits properly in the creek and whatnot. I just kind of felt like I like listening to podcasts so much, so I thought it's always kind of a cool thing to document conversation like this is at camp. I don't know how many people out there have experience at like hunting camps. There's like certain discussions that you and your buddies or family members can always like joke on and go back to. So this is something I'm kind of looking forward to doing. And if you guys like these, how about you give me a comment or any fun topics that you and your friends like to talk about at deer camp, fish camp, whatever. So as always, thanks for following along, and hope you guys enjoy this one.
It depends on the situation for me. Like when I'm spinner fishing steelhead, it's always a downstream presentation.
But brookies, small trout, you prefer the opposite.
Yeah, well, I'll do both. I like to swing. I like to get an arc in it. I like to kind of swing it across if I can, if it's a big enough water. But yeah, like on a smaller stream, typically casting upstream, bringing it back down because it can get down a little better. And it doesn't give them very long to look at it, so they have to commit and hit it if they're gonna, you know. And that can be good or bad. Sometimes you need to show it to them a little longer and have them come out and get
Tease
it.
them with it.
Well, I think with that fish, I casted parallel to the cover, and instead of just doing a straight reel, it was just kind of reel hop, reel hop, reel hop. And then once he came, it was more consistent.
Yeah.
Plus the way the current was, I
was afraid Zach was going to out-reel the fish because that fish come out like... I could see it for probably...
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of times where you stop reeling and they bail on it.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Well, with the spinner you have to, but I'm just saying that I was afraid it wasn't going to catch up.
Before it got to him.
Because the spinner was a ways in front of that fish. I watched that fish for, what would you say, 6-8 feet, it seemed like?
That's crazy.
Because he came out, and then he came like right in the middle,
Need help over
and it was sandy. All of a sudden there's that fish chasing that spinner, you know, it was awesome.
Yeah, very cool. I'll move this before it catches.
I jumped right in with my net. I was probably a little too geek.
Got a little excited, I bet.
I hooked the fish and it stayed in the deep, and he jumped into the deep hole
That's all
downstream of me and just...
Yeah, it's like I said, you're not used to a
Not
brook
used to
trout taking line on,
Right.
or you know,
You're not used to that level of
strength,
urgency and
Right.
excitement. It's like,
Well, I had to adjust the drag twice on it.
oh really?
And then I even said, I think this thing's gonna break my line.
That's cool.
And then when he went between my legs after I missed him,
That's not the first time
It's
Zach's
like,
had somebody
oh,
do that on a net job.
No.
I've seen that played out one time.
well, when you and I caught my biggest pike ever. We blew our first chance at that fish. We remember.
I know, but I believe it.
We had one good shot at him, and we weren't able to get him in. You know, I didn't lift him off or whatever, but we had him right by the net once. And next thing you know, he's under the canoe.
What did that thing stretch? 41?
No, he didn't hit 40. He was.
Oh, it was under
like
40?
39 and 3/4
Almost 40.
or
Okay.
something. And that was measured off the canoe oar or whatever.
Yeah, we scratched the line in that canoe paddle. Probably still there to this day. Alright, I gotta go down to the creek and wash my hands. Down by the creek, walking on water.
Do the song of a whippoorwill. Hens are starting to curl up.
When did you hear the whippoorwill? How long after? Because
that was like when we got back.
We're like insects.
No, you guys were farting around.
Oh.
We were still cleaning fish.
No.
Well, I'm gonna listen for him tonight. When
We
I
were
was a
cleaning
kid,
fish
we
and
used to
cleaning up
hear
from
that.
fish when we heard the whippoorwill. I came down here, I think, to...
My dad used to make that sound a little bit. Whippoorwill.
Because Dave was sleeping, and then I was going off to sleep, and I could still hear you guys moving around.
You want to lower it a little bit, or do we cook them too fast last time?
I don't think it was too fast last time. But I think we went down a half inch.
Especially with that wind, I just think that heat's
Going that way.
I gotta say, when you pulled that stringer out, my brain shut down for a second.
You were starting to get a hint something was up, but you didn't expect 15 and a half.
No. I mean, even when I was looking at the fish, I was like,
But instantly, you knew it was a brookie, right? I mean, it wasn't.
yeah,
like
but
your
I was,
first
my
time
brain,
to
there
it.
again, the wheels were turning in my brain. I'm looking at that fish, and I'm like,
Size of, color of...
Because it's
Yeah,
on a
is it-
stringer with two other legal brookies that look like bait minnows.
And the one
Unreal.
was
Hey,
11
right
inches.
there. yeah, that's what it was.
What is it?
It's a mayfly species that we're about to flavor,
We're about
and
to
it's
have
pure
him.
white. He saw him the other day Skamania fishing. He was asking me what they are.
It landed on our grill.
Yeah.
Bad decision.
I wonder if there's gonna be a hatch going tonight.
Man, we deserve a day with this weather after we didn't limp out in that
That
rain.
wasn't bad though. I mean, it was good.
Yeah, but we all
were cold.
admitted we were cold and wet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you three did. You guys didn't dress for the weather.
We got some kind
I
of
tried.
grabbers or flippers
Yeah.
or something we can roll them.
I tried
But we could
the
take-
long T-shirt today, and it was about right before we were bailed. And I'm like, man, I'm hot. Plus, the back of my neck was just getting cooked with the sun.
Most of them are really close to.
Yeah, I got
Listen.
skin.
Yeah, Dave
coming.
basically put 2 feet of water on top of this 2-track with a little bit of grass, and that was that first section we finished.
There was a couple deeper turns and stuff, but it
But a
was
lot
like,
of it was like that. The first 50 yards anyway was just
Bare sand.
Yeah.
but like it had the inner. The one bank was full of that silt, but then it had like
Yeah.
that green stuff. It wasn't the full blown grass, but
Right.
it was like
some mossy stuff.
yeah, the mossy looking stuff. And I was fishing that edge because it was right next to the trough,
That's nice
and
orange.
it's like 2 or
Yeah.
3 foot deep. I was thinking, well, that's an okay spot for a brookie to sit, but I really didn't even catch that many chubs. It was towards the end of it on the downstream edge where it kind of turned into a deeper, slower spot that there was
It looked like
a fewer chubs or whatever in, but
Speaking of chubs.
So did you make it to that point with that grassy patch before
Yeah.
that sharp bend? Because I went down, I caught a decent brookie out of that hole one time when I just walked down there. I didn't even, fish. I just fished right from the bank right there one time.
See, I started off on the bank, and I'm like, this grass is all like stepped on.
And I got ticks on me when I was there that time.
I did too. I had 2 of them on me within the first 10 minutes.
But yeah, that was a pretty serious hole right there in that sharp bend. That's about the sharpest bend I've found, other than like maybe right here. Some pretty tight turns, but.
Did that chub make it on there?
Hmm?
I don't see him.
Where did that chub go?
It was in the.
Was it still on that cool? Is it?
It was in
Checking
the
that coffee
Try
thing.
on
Maybe
the
it got
bottom
under that
side.
ice clump. There's probably 3 more under there.
Man, I'm gonna put that on there.
I gotta watch Tyler eat that.
You're not gonna have any?
There's
Where's
so
your
much.
sense of
There's
taste?
so much to go around.
I'm not saying it isn't gonna be good. I'm just saying I don't need to.
Well, we don't need to do a lot of things.
I hope it's not too good because I threw back like 3 of them that were bigger than that.
Oh yeah, it snuck its way under the
Yeah, that
ice.
was because I didn't catch squat for shiners or chubs yesterday. I
Caught a
few
couple.
pretty big ones,
Big ones like that.
but then one shiner. The shiner would have been just a perfect pipe bait. He was just, wasn't a chub. He was really the shiner.
You're just afraid that if you like it, you'll be down at the bridge every other day filling your bucket full
You
of chubs.
take a picture of that grill top there, Tyler?
I can.
That would be a good one to sell. So get that chub off there. Don't you
No.
Yeah, send that to the big group text, the fishing tournament
If
text.
someone can see that chub on that grill and call it out, they get credit.
Yeah, it'd be a fun game. See if anybody does.
We should have that big one laying on there dwarfing it.
Yeah. It would too.
Kick these potatoes back on and keep them warm.
Oh yeah, you fried them up?
Yeah. Try to put a little bit more crisp on it.
I like crisp.
Does anyone here hate crisp?
It's hard to hate crisp.
On a potato? Gross. God, Zach opened that beer for me and I never even got to it.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. Just thinking about fish. Having a good time.
So what are you putting these on? One of those aluminum foil pie plate
Paper
things?
plate as we eat them.
Yeah, just put them straight to your plate.
Yeah, pull them off of there and eat them, man.
'Cause yeah, that bigger one's probably ready. That
I
next
can hear
biggest
those
one,
potatoes.
that one.
Somebody dig in.
Just keep up.
Somebody like all of us.
On Lee's side.
Yeah, we can
Can
start
move
moving them
over.
over to the heat once we free up them spots.
Oh.
Yeah, that big one in the middle is probably pretty close.
Crazy.
I didn't even end up changing into drag poles. This stuff just kind of letting it dry.
So after this, are we gonna do what we did yesterday and drive around looking for
Scout. Look for wildlife.
access points?
Zach, see one you like the looks of, eat it.
I'll just like get this big one off before we
That's
apart. Smoke.
Hudson lost his second front tooth. He looks like a hockey player now.
These things are so good to eat.
And there goes Darren McCarty after Peter Forsberg.
I seen McCarty get a hat trick for the Griffins one time.
Really?
Yep. He was doing a injury rehab. I don't go to very many hockey games.
Oh man, thanks.
Yeah, I've been to a few Griffins games.
They're good games.
I would like to go to more of them.
Or you didn't have a single sent out those pictures?
No.
Why didn't we get more than one phone off?
Eventually. Because we're all too excited about
Yeah, we got one
monstrosity.
Oh.
Fish for the species. Might give that one a little bit.
And the sheer amount of fish we got.
I would have tried that. I could try that a little hard on me.
Want this a little? Yeah, he's probably done.
Well, I don't need them both if you want one. Move some other ones to the heat more.
Peters?
Oh yeah. If you're looking for a fork, I've got a bunch of them in my tote with the white top under the table.
I gotta get some ketchup on it. Anybody else want ketchup? That Chubb's
I'm
tastes
good,
like a fish stick.
It's alright.
I like fish stick.
What?
That's my fault, probably.
I thought I was cutting. So you're saying you're cutting our Zach?
You should try some of this fish.
Piece of candy.
It's funny is.
I got some fish right here. Nobody want to ketchup?
Nope.
I'm not gonna drown my food in condiments like my kids do. Ranch and ketchup.
Ranch tacos. Dave, I've had to eat ranch
know
hot
what?
dogs
I
and
mean,
ranch
man.
brats. 'Cause they don't
Ranch
fit.
on tacos is surprisingly good. I was watching Hudson mowing on them. I'm like, oh, I'll try that.
Pretty good.
Basically a cool ranch Dorito.
Yeah.
One half of the fish you pick off the bone, and the other half you just pull the bone out.
That's right, Tyler. That's right. Get the whole skeleton, you know you did it right.
But the bears.
Did you turn the potatoes off or no?
No, I do not.
Oh, Zach snuck that chub on your plate?
No, it's still on there.
How is that job?
Still cooking, man.
Yeah.
Not afraid.
Supposed to be afraid of.
Can't fish scared.
Can't eat scared either, right, Tyler?
No.
Can't fish scared, but I don't like fishing blind.
Unless you're Aaron Hoffman and choke on a big old chunk of rib fat while we're on the banks of the Manistee River.
What do you do that for?
I don't know, he was inhaling it. He tried washing it down with beer and then it just foamed up in his mouth or throat and then made things even worse.
Rib fat off of what?
Ribs, like it was a chunk of fat like on the end of the rib. He like went to
Beef,
suck.
though.
Yeah. I think.
Or pork?
I think they're pork ribs.
Alright,
So then I had to hit him between the shoulder blades.
Oh, you got that scooper going, Tyler.
Not pork?
Yeah, there's some Oh, down here?
Want another one?
FRESH Brook is pretty good. Wow.
Some Montreal fond.
What'd you put on the taters, Tyler, that turned them yellow? You put some of that
Aldi
garlic
Lowry's.
sauce on it?
No.
Cool.
That's what
Lowry's
Dave's
stuff.
doing. He's putting Melinda's garlic on there. I'm gonna do that too.
I think Dave's gonna be looking to buy some of that stuff.
Yeah, I never heard of it before.
And you're a foodie.
Yeah, it's not just hot. It's got flavor to it. The next step up is just habanero sauce. It's got some kick to it, but again, it's not so much that you can't
Right.
enjoy it.
Yeah, I kind of rather enjoy habanero flavor
Yeah,
Without-
it's kind of fruity.
without it hurting you, you know?
Chub's done.
Camp food is the best food.
Is it any different than a brook trout?
I don't know if it's because I picked it up before it was too flaky.
Not quite there. Put it back on.
Soft. It's soft. Let's see what happens when I do
Let it
that.
crunch up a little bit.
But flavor is like brook trout. I mean, because we got it in Montreal and.
Yeah, it's weird how brook trout tastes like Montreal steaks these days.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Keeping some of them chubs I get at Crow and some of them really big monsters.
I don't know if I've caught that many down there.
I've got, every now and then you get you like a 11 inch or just 12 inch or just a
The
giant.
horns all over their head.
Yeah.
You guys would be surprised, but it tastes like fish.
I'm not surprised.
Tastes better than carp, which
That
has
was a
no
serious-
flavor to it.
Amount of fish that I just had out of that bigger one.
Oh yeah, you get them 10, 11 inches. There's
Oh yeah, you got
food
something there.
I'm glad you didn't listen about throwing the hamburger on there. Don't make me eat.
So we'd have enough. And there's still opportunity for making those later.
That's true. We don't have to throw them away yet.
Yeah, I don't think I'll feel the need to go to bed as soon as I did yesterday. But I probably still could.
That one looks pretty pink.
When's the four of us gonna get in a big boat with Alex and go catch a sturgeon?
As soon as he invites us, but he's
As soon as
too
he gets
busy
a
being a
boat
celebrity.
big enough for 5 people.
Of course, we go on two boats.
Tyler's experienced.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly what tackle to use.
Worm.
Nope. Cut bait.
You always catch them on crawlers or cut bait?
3 crawlers.
Crawler ball. See our
Big circle hook and a big weight.
yeah.
Then is it just like a big sucker bite, or they just
It's a
kind of
big
start
sucker
moving
bite.
with it?
Yeah, I think so.
You got them fixed in your rod holders. And those rod tips will do wham, wham, wham.
And it might be a sturgeon, and it might be a big catfish. And
We actually only had one catfish that we brought in. And surprised that that's all we had coming in.
Alex has caught quite a few though.
Yeah. Even with being on there longer, that chub's
Different
soft
kind of fish. That crunch up that. I like this skin on there.
Oh yeah, it is soft.
It tastes like fish probably though.
Thanks for tuning in the Rewa Report. Hope you guys like this content. If you could, like, subscribe, share it with a friend, and we'll see you back here next time.